Now, before we get into this video, I don't like to toot my own horn with my memorabilia and my jerseys. You guys know I like to show off new jerseys and stuff like that, but I also collect some good amount of sports memorabilia, and my dad hooked me up with some pretty awesome sports memorabilia, some CFL memorabilia for my collection. I don't have anywhere to put it on the shelf because I don't have a display case for it, but that doesn't mean you guys can't see it right now. So we're going to start it off with the big piece, and that is an Adam Big Hill signed CFL game ball. There's the autograph right there, and then he also signed it over here as well and wrote for the W and a little inscription as well. So that's pretty freaking awesome. Pretty stoked to have that. And the next thing we've got are these gloves we also got as well. We got some Big Hill gloves, CFL game gloves. He wrote for the W on one, and Adam Big Hill signed the other one obviously as well. So yeah, pretty awesome. They'll be going right there once I actually get a case for it. But yeah, apparently I've had this for years. My dad just had it in a bag. I didn't even know it was there. Like, he had it the first year Big Hill played for the Bombers, so who knows? But what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. With all that put aside, we got some interesting news to talk about today because a lot has happened with the Jets in the last 48 hours. Not only did we have a really big press release that came out of nowhere talking about some information that was touched upon earlier on in last year, or I should late August actually. I think actually about a year ago, if I'm not going to lie, back when Dale Hawerchuk passed away abruptly after that battle with cancer that he had. And they announced today it was basically all about Dale. It was basically Dale Hawerchuk Day. That's what the NHL Jets should have called this, because they came out with a bunch of information. They are going to be having different types of tournaments and stuff like that for Ducky in his memory. That's just awesome. I knew they were going to do stuff like this for him, but I'm just glad to see them announcing it. Also, Dale Hawerchuk Way is going to be becoming a street, a 2-block street radius in downtown Winnipeg. As you guys know, I'm not from downtown Winnipeg. I'm not from Winnipeg at all. So, although I am familiar with the city very much so, street names avoid my memory at times. So let's just say that. I don't know exactly where this is. I just know it's behind the MTS Center off of Portage. So, whatever. Use that as you want. Here's a map. But nonetheless, getting over to the other big news, which, like I said, was touched upon last year after Ducky passed away, and that is that the Winnipeg Jets are going to be unveiling next year in 2022, in August, a year from now, they will be unveiling a statue of Dale Hawerchuk in True North Square, I believe it is. So that is awesome. I knew it was going to be happening. At first, I actually thought it was going to be happening in front of the main entrance on Portage for the MTS Center, or I guess the Canada Life Center. It's always the MTS Center to me, but nonetheless, awesome to see the organization doing this. I knew it was only going to be a matter of time. Ducky is our Gretzky. He is our he's everything. He is the face of Winnipeg hockey, in my opinion. I know Teemu Selanne is the GOAT, but nonetheless, what Ducky did in his time here, it's incredible, and it's really unmatched between any other Jet that has really come here. I know Selanne set that record, but when you look at what Hawerchuk was able to do in his career, the numbers don't lie. But other than that, awesome news aside, paying respects to a legend that passed away way too soon, we have some more interesting news to talk about, and that is the fact that the Winnipeg Jets look like they are not done just yet in free agency. They have been recently linked to Detroit Red Wings unrestricted free agent, or restricted free agent, unrestricted free agent, because they didn't tender him a contract, in Evgeny Svechnikov. Now, not the Svechnikov from Carolina, the one from Detroit. Now, this is a very interesting signing, and if you might be thinking already, oh, whatever, blah, 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 that doesn't matter. Guys, whatever, a bum, we don't need to sign him. I think this is a very interesting move by the Winnipeg Jets because I see a ton of potential in this kid still. He was 19th overall in the first round back in 2015. That's where he went drafted to the Detroit Red Wings, and he's never gotten a proper look at the NHL. Not because he sucks by any means, but because he's been injured, he's had a ton of other issues to battle with, and honestly also Detroit has sucked. So every time he's played, he's never really been able to find a strong foothold in the NHL. He's only ever played 41 games in the NHL, all with the Detroit Red Wings, being able to put up 5 goals, 7 assists for 12 points and 20 penalty minutes. So very interesting there because, like I said, a guy has a ton of potential. He's 24 years old, and I see a lot of growth in his game still. If he can stay healthy and potentially play for the Manitoba Moose or even as a full-time Winnipeg Jet, I actually could see a lot of promise in his game and development. Evgeny Svechnikov would be a perfect fit, in my opinion, on that third line. Now, I am all about promoting Christian Vesalainen. You guys know that. But Evgeny Svechnikov, like Christian Vesalainen, is a guy that has so much untapped potential because he has never been properly utilized at the NHL level. So bringing in another guy like this, regardless of him having long-term success here or not, is worth the risk because he's a young guy that could still come in and potentially have an impactful role with this club. And like I always say, depth is always a good thing. And you guys know how I feel about the youth movement. I would much rather take a chance on Evgeny Svechnikov on a very cheap contract than give it out to a guy like Thompson or Lewis, who you know exactly what you're getting, and for most of the time aren't going to bring anything really beneficial to your team other than that grit and veteran personality personality, you know, that whole veteran personality Paul Maurice loves so much. That's the only thing you get from those guys. But with Svechnikov, he could develop into a guy that could get 15 goals, 15 assists for you, and be a solid bottom six forward as a guy that's only 24 years old and still trying to find a foothold in the NHL. I think in the long run, this would be a really good move for the Winnipeg Jets. You've got nothing to lose. I know it seems like they're up against the cap, but from my knowledge is the way the Brian Little LTR is actually going to come into effect when the season starts will allow the Winnipeg Jets to actually have a little bit more cap space. That's why right now I believe they're actually over a rate at 0. They will be able to get a little bit more leeway. Also, the other thing you have to remember is Nathan Beaulieu is currently making $1.25 million. There is a very good chance that if he's not LTIR because of the injury and recovery he'll be having from that surgery and the injury he had to deal with last season, there's a very good chance that the Winnipeg Jets could cap dump that $1.25 million to a team, because let's be real, 1.25 for Nathan Beaulieu with the team we have and the prospects that are being pushing, he's got no place with this club anymore. And I know depth is a good thing, but we have a ton of defensive depth. I just don't see in the long run that being a very viable option, especially when we can get more forward depth when we already have so much defensive depth. I think that would be a smart move, and you could cap dump him for probably even a 4th round pick, and a team would take on only $1 million, maybe even a third. And at that price, in a win now type of situation that the Jets find themselves to be in, I think that's worth the price. If Evgeny Svechnikov could be a very good, this deadly secret weapon potentially for the Jets, if he's able to find a proper foothold in the NHL and can find his game and play healthy, it could be a great signing. It could work out great. And if it's even hell, if it's a 2-year type entry deal and he has a great year next year, and we have him at a cheap cap hit going next year, that's a bonus for me. So if this does happen, this is all just reported, and there's mutual interest being involved. That is the exact title, is mutual interest to sign Evgeny Svechnikov. So if that does happen within the next coming up days, you know I'll be covering it. But also, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you guys know, if you've already made it to this point in the video, you guys are awesome, and you guys are always checking out the content, because I know what type of viewers come all the way to this end of the videos, because I see those stats. You guys got to remember, I see everything on the content page on YouTube. But nonetheless, I just want to let you guys know I will be camping for this week. Now, I will be in a place where there will be cell service, not the greatest data, but if there is news, I can always find a way to get content up, regardless of it being quick or later in the day. Whenever it might be, there will be a time I will be able to get videos up. Even if I record them at the lake and upload them when I go into town, whatever the situation might be, I will be able to bring content to you guys when it happens. And then I can record it when it happens and be fresh news, but I don't know when you guys will be able to see it because of internet issues. Just to let you guys know that I will be having scheduled content coming out for your enjoyment, but breaking news will be a little bit more of a struggle to cover. I will do my best, though, to bring you guys that news. You guys know on Pig City Hockey here, I will always cover any breaking Jets news, because that is what I do as a Jets fan. But with all that being said, let me know your thoughts on all these breaking news stories that have happened today. I guess this is almost like a Jets mailbag with official Jets news instead of it just being you guys sharing your thoughts. With all that being said, peace, love, and positivity to all you beautiful people out there in the world. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and check out all my other affiliated links down in the description as well. Make sure to leave your thoughts on all these different types of threads that have went on in this video, and let me know your thoughts on all this Jets news in the comment section below. Have a great rest of your day, or whenever you're watching this video. Hope you're enjoying your day. Hope you're whatever your day is going. I don't know. Either way, go Jets, go.